Peace, family. Welcome to the Cast Out Limits podcast, where we bring the metaphysical to the physical, help you understand your life, understand your mind, and understand the ways of the world. Um, my intentions for this podcast is to bring on guests that are rich in thought, rich in wellness, and rich in vision to help us incorporate it into our lives. Um, Today I got a special guest, my brother Creo. Um, I see myself in him. You know, he's definitely a brother who has a lot of integrity, and he's standing on truth. Um, and that aligns with me for sure. Um, I like to call him a wellness warrior, a holistic health guru.
I'm trying.
You know, but yeah, man, that's my brother, man. Welcome to the podcast. You know, so I just want to start off, man. Like, how you been?
I've been
How you been? How you living, bro?
Man, I've been good, man. Texas, I ain't gonna lie, Texas been treating me good, man.
Right, right.
I like it there. I like it.
Okay.
Am I said it's gonna be the new home? I don't know, but with moving from my home city just to somewhere else made me realize I can start over. And if I can do this one time, I can go to another city and just see what's out there, because the world is our playground.
Definitely.
We need to explore everything, you know.
Definitely.
We can't go by what somebody says here and there. We need to see what's out there for ourselves.
Yeah, because experience is basically the best teacher, right?
Exactly.
You know, just going through it and seeing how it works for you, the challenges, how you moving in certain situations is important, you know? Because, I mean, you hear it from somebody else and they ain't telling you the full details.
Right.
You're not going to really understand the full details. But at the same time, you can listen to somebody and gain that wisdom, so you don't gotta know what not to do and what to do. You know, so yeah, like back to Baltimore, right? You said the world is our playground for the most part.
For sure.
I don't know if I can say Baltimore is a playground all the time, because it get real here, right?
It's a danger zone here.
It get real here, bro. Like, you know, where we come from, it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of thought patterns that we are so stuck to, you know. Last time we talked about the crabs in the barrel mentality, right?
Facts, yeah.
So before we get into that, after you moved to Texas, is there anything that you learned, just from leaving for those couple months? Like, is there anything that you learned, or anything that you can talk about that really was wow, damn?
So for me, moving definitely showed me that you can rebrand yourself and recreate yourself at any given point in your life. With that said, you can do it without moving. You just have to shift your mindset, you know. So, but moving area to where you don't know anybody will push you outside of your comfort zone, because at that point you don't know nobody know you. You're not gonna probably run into anybody that you know unless you meet them down there. So at that point now you have to go out. You ain't go to high school there, elementary school, so you gotta pretty much get out your comfort zone and meet people or network or whatever you want to do while you're in that new city, you know. So
right, yeah, and it help you expand your mind, seeing new things, interacting with different type of people that you not, that you kind of maybe not be used to, coming from the environment of Baltimore and how we see things here.
What I will say is people not that much different. They died. No, at least where I'm at in Dallas, that Southern hospitality is it's okay, but it ain't really what it ain't what it's cracked up to be like it is on TV shows, and it's not. It's okay. It's not really.
Right. Okay.
It's not.
Right.
Maybe you gotta go to Louisiana or something, but
Mm-hmm.
nah, it ain't there. It ain't really. It's alright. It's better than I can't even say that because people show love here. I think it's all about building connections and relationships.
Yeah,
Rather,
right. I think it's important to basically find your tribe and align with the people that
exactly.
are in the same mindset or doing the same things or have the same vision
Exactly.
that you either striving for or already trying to execute.
Right.
Um, and that's a big part of just like us
Mm-hmm.
as humans in general. Like, it's important to align yourself with others who are focused, because if it's not in your environment, if you're not consuming it on a
Mm-hmm.
daily, then where can you get that inspiration or where can you get that knowledge that you need to carry out your vision?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely important. Just in this journey,
Mm-hmm.
because everything is a journey for the most part.
Facts. It is.
Um, and speaking about journeys, man, like when I first like started to get to know you, like you told me that you was vegan, and I was always curious about being vegan and just curious about the journey that it takes to get there
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mindset behind everything,
It is.
like, and it starts with thoughts. It starts with how you are structuring your thoughts. It starts with the information that you consume.
Correct.
So my question for you is, where was your mindset when you went on that plant based vegan journey? I don't know what you. I know it's like the terminology.
I would say I was
is
vegan
different.
first, and then I turned plant based because there's a big difference.
Okay.
When you vegan first, you can eat a whole bunch of vegan bullshit. No, for real, because that's what I did, and
Right.
I ain't had nobody to really guide me.
Mhm.
But yeah, you eat a whole bunch of the. I'm not gonna really name any. I don't want to name any brands on your podcast. This is all about you. So all them soy based
Man,
fake
tell the
meats.
truth. I don't care.
No. But I say no.
Hey,
No,
let
what I'm
them know what you shouldn't be eating.
so the
And
morning stars, don't eat those.
okay.
They're trash. Don't they full of soy? Anything full of soy. It ain't just Morning Star. It could be anything. Them Impossible burgers. Them what is they? Beyond patties.
I just had an Impossible burger.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They good. I'm
From
not gonna lie to you.
Cheesecake Factory. I just had
They
one.
good, but like they really good. Before I eat that, I'd rather go just eat another. I'd rather just go eat meat again. To be honest,
Okay.
It's really no point because it's filled up with so much soy.
Mm-hmm.
And soy causing men erectile dysfunction. You feel me?
Uh-oh.
You feel me? So yeah, and then once I switched to actually plant based is more so of like you're intentional with eating your fruits and your vegetables. You're not trying to eat none of that chemicalized stuff. You're eating whole foods.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to eat substitutes. Tofu's trash. Don't eat that.
Well, it tastes right anyway.
Yeah, that shit trash. Yeah, I would not eat it.
Yeah, it don't even taste.
Nah, tofu trash. But to kind of get back on track, it's funny you actually asked that question because I actually wrote an ebook, how to convert into any diet. But of course, it's how to convert into plant-based or vegan. But if in order to convert to any diet, first your mind must change. What mine is, I seen a movie on Netflix called What the Health, right?
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
You seen it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the reason why that movie resonated with me so much because all three of my grandmothers got diabetes. My grandfather got cancer. My aunt died from a heart attack. High cholesterol, high blood pressure. They and as a young person, I'm like, dang, like, am I gonna get any of this?
Right.
They like, yeah, that running our family. But I always a person that was like running our family. I'm like, how do these diseases running out? And I'm like, how does this running our family? How I'm like, and I always question that growing up. Even when I was like 7, 8 years old, they told me about it. I said, dang. I said, so what about going bald? They like, yeah, that running my family. I said, well, why am I not going bald now? Why does the disease have to wait until I'm older to do it? Or why? Like I had my aunt, she died at 30. I'm like, well, why did she get a heart attack at 30? Why she didn't get it at 20? Why she didn't get it at 10?
Right.
Why specifically when you get older, right? And then that's when I realized it's prevalently happening to people that get older because your body's gunking up, you clogging your body up. You know, there's a whole bunch of things like that.
Not to cut your wisdom, but I feel like it's definitely in us. Like it could be like when you say hereditary, like it could be in us, right?
Like what?
But like specific diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, like it could be in your DNA.
Think
But
so?
hold on, I think that having specifically the right mindset around what you eating, the type of lifestyle you living, and then your behaviors. So what
Mm.
you are eating.
Mm.
If you eating something that's a counter to things like high blood pressure, diabetes, which is could be plant based or
Mm.
you know those type of diets where it don't trigger that stuff,
Mm.
then you'd be alright.
Mm.
But if you are eating like fried foods and um those type of things that bring out high blood pressure and things like that,
Mm.
then it's gonna come out. And that's the same with our minds for the most part. Like
Mm.
if we nourishing our minds with information that's going to expand our minds,
Mm.
then we're going to expand. But
Yeah.
if we're not, we're going to go down another path.
Yeah.
A path of destruction. So,
Mm.
I mean, that's just my thought process around hereditary. Like things that are hereditary. Like it's in you, but I mean, it could come out you if you make it come out you.
Yeah, but so it's for you to say that it's hereditary mean that you saying that it's a specific gene or cell inside your body, or like for it to be hereditary, that means that you can have a recessive high blood pressure or recessive diabetes. It really can't, that's not really possible because high blood pressure is typically too much sodium inside of the body, or you just keep it simple. And diabetes is depending on which one you got, but regular diabetes mellitus is nothing but white blood sugar not being able to convert into the capillaries and pretty much to get outside of the body, but instead the white sugar is staying in your bloodstream. And so you can't really have a cell that's gonna like make white blood sugar stay in your. I said black blood sugar. Yeah. I'm sorry. White sugar stay inside of your bloodstream. You see what I'm saying?
You can't have a cell that
because white sugar
white blood
right.
keeps
white
sugar inside of your bloodstream.
Because
is that what causes diabetes? Or
so the issue is that it's staying in your bloodstream. That's the issue. That's when you get diabetes. And then because at that point your pancreas can't produce enough insulin to get it out, and that's what the problem.
That's why people get insulin shots.
Right. And then having that white blood sugar in your veins going through your body, we all know white sugar is fake and processed.
Yes.
It start causing neuropathy, which is nerve damage. It can cause blindness. A lot of it can cause cancer. Right. It can cause high blood pressure. Like diabetes is probably one of the things that can cause so much other stuff other than, you feel me, like what we talk about, you know. Right. Same thing with high blood pressure, well, hypertension, whatever you want to call it. That can cause literally your kidneys to shut down because if you have high blood pressure, your kidneys aren't really operating to the high capacity.
Yeah. That's, man, those illnesses, high blood pressure, diabetes, they are so common in our community. And it's like,
but there's a reason though.
That's what I was trying to get to. Like, why is it so common and there's nothing that's being done about it? Like, that's just like, in the simplest terms, like, you see trash in your house and it's piling up and you're not doing nothing. The proper step would be to take it out. So if we living in a society that is basically, if we living in a society that has hospitals and it has doctors and nurses that are supposed to treat these illnesses, why is it still a repetitive cycle of these different illnesses?
You said it.
Chronic illnesses happening over and over again.
You said it. You said treat. You said the correct word. You said and that's exactly why it's gonna keep happening over and over. You didn't say heal, you said treat, and that's exactly what they do. They're gonna treat you, and that's why they're $1 billion company. So you hit it right on the nose. That's what they're gonna do. But
right.
just to kind of why melanated people, I don't really like to refer to us as Black or African American. Why melanated people, why we get high blood pressure at such a high alarming rate, is because we cannot get rid of salts as quick as everybody.
Okay.
Like we don't. Like we retain salts. Everybody else get rid of salts quicker than we do. So when we eat that fried chicken and stuff, it's staying in our body longer. And also the same thing with sugar. That stuff is bonding until our melanin on our cells. That's why to dig a little deeper. That's why our organs is worth more. That's
why our organs work more.
Yeah, I mean, who? Let's be real. I'm gonna just keep it flat out honest.
I'll be honest.
We're the only people that don't have a negative birth rate. Remember what I sent you on Instagram? What the Japanese was saying? I'd pay you $75,000 to have babies.
75,000, like
$75K.
That's a serious number though. Like
what? That means 2 babies is $150,000. That means 4 is $300,000.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
That literally tells us how valuable we are as people. Just us coming out of the womb, not even getting into our mindsets and what we can carry out and the powers we do have.
You feel me?
Just our organs
alone. It's coated in melanin, and like a lot of women. All right, Roe versus Wade, right? They was like, well, they took away our right. Roe versus Wade, and black women, melanin women need to realize the laws they pass ain't got shit to do with you. They don't give a fuck about you. It's like the feminism stuff. That all started with white women. Yada, yada. I don't want to get too much into that. But Roe versus Wade is not for melanated people at all. It's for white women. It's because, for one, they had a negative birth rate. For two, they having abortions 10 times the rate than us.
Yeah.
They had a negative birth rate. It's so bad they started claiming Hispanics on the census as them. And all this is public knowledge.
Right.
What's his name? Trump even said it all himself. Like, a lot of people hate him, but he's telling you the truth. Like,
yeah, he do speak truth. He do say things that is like, damn, that was blunt, but it's true. Like, and yesterday, there was this lady. She had like one of them Trump flyers, and I had asked her like, convince me to vote for Trump, and she said, "You go to the market, don't you? You purchase gas, don't you?" So I'm guessing she was hitting on like I ain't sit there and talk to her for too long because I think she was on the phone, but she was hitting that basically business, like where your funds are going.
yeah,
It might be a better decision just for, our daily tasks, what we need, our necessities. I'm not a political person, but I'm just like to be curious on why people choose different things and why people stand behind certain things. So I wanted to ask her because she was like out there really like
you living in the business right now.
For Trump. It was funny.
Yeah.
She was black. So
you living in the business right now.
Yes, sir.
Every day you operate in the commerce. Mm-hmm. That's our problem is most melanated people. We don't understand business nor commerce.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
And that's why everybody else is just. That's why we damn at the bottom of the commerce pole. We don't. Our economics as melanated people is going. We might have a handful that's billionaires, a handful of us that got money, but as a whole, we're losing the economic battle. Because we so emotional. We're not handling commerce. We just so emotional. I get it. We had slavery, all that other stuff, but shit, Hiroshima had a nuke dropped on them. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather slavery than a nuke.
Yeah, that's different.
I mean, your babies came up with probably 2 toes for like the next 20, 50 years.
That's very different, bro. Because when you think about slavery, we had the physical slavery. We was going through that, but we can get out of the mental slavery.
I think so.
We can get out of it.
Yeah.
You just gotta be able to see it, have a vision,
Mhm.
and execute it. And that's incorporating knowledge of yourself
Right.
in that process.
Some of us been able to do it. A lot of us haven't.
It's similar. I mean, just to bring it into terms of today and you being here.
But
Talk about what you used to eat before you went on a plant-based diet or a vegan diet.
what? I had everything that everybody had. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Make sure you put the jam on there. You feel me? Had the salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, lettuce, hot. Had the chicken box. What was it? Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What?
Cheese
Cross street. What? Had the gizzards, the liver.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie. Them gizzards before schoolboy. I had a piece with the cheese and chili and ketchup on there. I had everything that somebody probably could have. Nacho cheese with the shredded chicken on top of them. What? I didn't have it all.
So it's like just knowing what you was doing before, and then you transformed yourself into a whole nother person. Because I'm pretty sure that you seen benefits from it once you you switched over to a different type of diet, because we are what we eat, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's gonna come out of us.
Exactly.
So many different ways. Can you talk about some benefits that you've seen thus far, just changing your diet?
So I'm gonna give you a little story. I remember one day I was going to Ocean City with my peoples, and I ate 4 cheese pizzas. I could not stop falling. I was constipated, everything, bro. So for one, when I stopped eating dairy, it's like I always could go to the bathroom, but it was just much easier once I actually stopped eating dairy.
Right.
Now from eating meat, I realized I got more energy. I do. Because you gotta realize sometimes not sometimes, but when you eating, depending on what meat that you eating, chicken take about 3 days to digest. Pork and beef take about 4 days to digest. Fish take about the same time as fish, 2-3 days, something like that.
What about beef? Did you say?
Yeah,
say beef?
Beef 4 to 5.
4 to 5, bro.
Yeah, and that depends on your digestive system. Now these are just generic numbers if somebody got an okay digestive system. If your digestive not that good, it can take almost up to a week. If you ain't eating no, because meat has no fiber in it. No meat has. So if you're not eating fiber and you just depending on your body to process it, yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah, you're in trouble for real.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you just think about how you feel after you eat a cheeseburger from Five Guys,
Itis.
You be tired.
Yeah, digestive time.
You just be done. That what they call it? Nigga-itis.
Yeah, from the Boondock.
Nigga-itis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
With Boondock. I didn't even know that. But yeah, bro, like, you be done. Like, you eat and you going to sleep.
Yeah, that's bad.
Or you want to lay down.
Yeah.
But we want to flourish. Don't we want to keep it moving? Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And
I haven't ate, I don't know if it's been 2. I think it might have been 2022. I said, I went to Five Guys one last time, bro. I got me a cheeseburger with bacon on there. The whole recipe, the fries and everything. I said, yeah, that's the last time I'm doing this. And it was great. It was awesome, And from that point forward, I haven't had beef. That's been about 2 years.
Good. Yeah.
But the smell of bacon, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
it smell good.
I just can't ingest it no more.
Yeah, facts.
Because I know how it feel. Like, what do you think about fasting?
I love fasting, bro. I really love fasting. Fasting is probably one of the best ways to get impurities outside of your body, and also mental discipline. Because that's the problem with a lot of people.
Mental discipline, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because our flesh be eating us up.
Say what?
Our flesh be eating us up. Our mindset and just what we crave. It eat us up. Like, we don't necessarily need to eat at these late times, right? but we just be like, I want something to eat real quick.
Addicted to
I'm
food.
craving it.
Addicted. No,
Yeah,
it's
and it's
addictive.
addiction. Yep.
Yep.
Very much addicted to the taste, addicted to the feeling, and sometimes you might be addicted to the aesthetics of a place.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like just the whole experience behind it. So yeah, that's a part of it.
Yeah, it's just it's not it's very it all kind of goes into the mental aspect of things like discipline. Cause like if you're addicted to the food, what else you addicted to? See, so
Right. Yeah. So can you highlight some like places that you went to when you got started on your plant-based vegan journey?
yeah, shout out to Refocus Vegan. Y'all already know. Right, running for life. Other than them, I went to My Mama's Vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I went to what was the Gangster Vegan.
Gangster vegan.
Yeah, you been on that before?
Never heard.
I'm actually going after this, so.
Okay.
And then I went to Atlantic Kush. Now, I strive to be honest and transparent. Out of all the places I just named, the only one I don't go to anymore is Land of Kush.
Okay.
It's because of all that products is soy based.
Mm-hmm.
Soy again, right? For men, low testosterone, and it causes erectile dysfunction.
Right. Okay.
That's what you call vegan food.
That
shit is not no plant based because why are you serving things that, and this is no slander, just as me being honest, unless they change that menu. But who's to say? I ain't been there, so I really don't know. But last time I was there, But who's to say why are you giving things that's going to give men erectile dysfunction? We trying to switch our diet to get healthy,
right,
and feel better, not to get a limp dick. Like
definitely don't want that, right?
you feel me?
Yeah,
like you might as well just go back to eating regular beef. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly. Because that's going to lead into other things. You might have to go get a
pop the honey pack, pop the honey.
You just said something about the honey packs today.
I did,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it so we can get the He said, fellas, please stop taking those honey packs. You are destroying the blood vessels down there. Instead, go on an 80% fruit and 20% vegetable diet. The reason why it's hard to get up is because it's plaque clogging your blood vessels. After you cleanse for about a month, add pepper to your foods and take key lime shots, 4 ounce. That issue will go away. So, I think 80% fruit and 20% vegetable diet. Let's get into that. What type of fruits? Is it a specific
watermelons?
Type,
you want to eat your high water base, your watermelons, your cantaloupes. You could throw some apples in there. Gotta have the apples. You could throw your kiwis in there, berries, things like that. The reason why you're gonna be on a high fruit health style is because pretty much water eliminates waste and it's gonna start cleansing you out. Now the vegetables is gonna start building you back up.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on. Water eliminates waste.
It's gonna cleanse it out. It's gonna cleanse.
Oh, water.
It's gonna cleanse. Yeah, it's like a detox.
Uh-huh.
And then the vegetables gonna help you build back up. And vegetables are also is an astringent too, so it's gonna also assist and help detox as well. Like grass, you can't really eat grass. It's funny since I'm plant-based. People like go eat grass. No, if I eat grass, I'm gonna throw up. No. The thing is, what they don't understand, if you eat grass, you're gonna throw up.
Right.
Because grass is a detoxer. Like you ever seen like my grandparents had dogs, and like whenever they would get sick, they would actually eat the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, why are they eating grass?
Uh-huh.
And then I was saying throw up, but I never really thought too much of it until I started reading the book, and then I realized I was like, yo, these animals are smarter than what we think. They know we the ones that's not in tune to nature. They is
literally right.
They are. You feel me? So I was like, wow, this whole time they telling you they feel sick and they know eating this grass made them throw up, and they like, well,
they know. That's crazy, ain't it? Just like when you think about a bird, A bird don't say go gotta find somebody to talk to go fly. They go and fly. It's just their natural way of life.
Facts.
And that brings me just to, like thinking about nature and
Mm-hmm.
just how God created everything
Mm-hmm.
to be just like the systems and how everything is correlated together just all the way to us breathing right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing, man. So shout
Definitely
out
is.
to
That's it.
God.
Universe, God,
For
whatever you want to
sure.
call them,
Yes, sir.
or it, or whatever you want to prescribe for it to be.
Yes, sir. And matter of fact, I want to go into while we talking about just being talking about fruits, vegetables, and what we eat and what we consume. Genesis 129. Then God said, I give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. Think about that, bro. Like,
I already know what I think about it. Offhand.
what you think?
It's telling you stop eating GMO foods. And it's
exactly, right?
I don't want to get too hardcore, but for y'all that really read the Bible, y'all tell me y'all Christian, y'all need to start living. Y'all, oh shit, I hit the mic. Y'all need to start living like that, because y'all will go buy some seedless watermelon and eat it, and then talk about I'm about to read the Bible. You're not reading. You're not, and this is not me criticizing. This is me saying, practice what you preach, right? Please,
right there.
because it's got pretty much nothing to do with health and wellness, but I forgot the exact quote who said it in the Bible, but they pretty much was saying a man should leave wealth to his grandchildren, to his, not his children, but his children's children. And a lot of people not leaving, and it ain't just gotta be money. It could be knowledge,
some understanding,
exactly, right? And some people not even trying to pass none of that down. Like they have no knowledge of food, what to eat. They have no skills to pass down. You feel me? And it just be like, you claim it to be something because you want to be a part of something so bad. And that's what we got to stop doing as melanated people. We want to cling to something so bad, but we don't read the book. You don't live the lifestyle. Like, I would consider myself spiritual, and I live more like a Christian or a Muslim than some people that I know.
Right.
Because they don't even follow God's law at all.
Yeah. And then be clear, this is not to take no shots at religion.
At all. I respect religion.
Of that nature.
I respect it.
When you are following the principles and the information that are put into these scriptures and the stories and understanding them, it's gonna be a good outcome either way. Whatever religion you abide by, or whatever religion you align with.
It's the lack of following which is the issue.
Exactly. And it's an acronym, basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible is, right?
Damn, I never think about that.
Basic instructions before leaving Earth. BIBLE.
I ain't that down. That's crazy.
So just that acronym is like, okay, gotta incorporate some of this, right? And just what I read, then God said, basically everything that needs to be ingested,
right,
seeds in it, right?
Right.
Because He created it.
Mm-hmm.
On the face of the earth.
Right.
Every tree that has fruits, it needs to be seeded.
Exactly.
So when we go into that topic, right? When you go in the store, why do you think that is seedless fruits?
GMO and profits.
Right. Because America is a commercialized.
It's a corporation.
Nation.
It's a corporation. Only corporations have presidents.
Okay. Did you see it was like a post in a video where a little girl, she did like a family tree, right? And it was like had all the presidents on there, and it said how they are related,
Nepotism.
some type of way.
Yeah,
right?
nepotism.
Nepotism.
I think I said it right. Nepotism. But that means that they are related, pretty much.
That's weird.
No, it's not. It's been like that for a while.
I'm saying just me knowing that now after just seeing that and doing a little research behind it, it's like
I respect it. No, I respect. That's how we should be.
No, it definitely makes sense of why it should happen.
Right.
Because it's bringing everything together, like we just said, passing it down, right?
You controlling the outcome like that.
Exactly. So it makes sense in that area, but it's just like that's how we know it's like our minds are being controlled and the information is not being digested in a way where we can change our mindset towards these type of corporations and entities that have crazy agendas against us, specifically as melanated people. So just that right there can just have you in a whole like rabbit hole, like, wow, this is everybody's that's ran for president or in that, area of politics is related. That's, we need to change something up over here because we haven't seen any. I mean, I ain't gonna say none, but they don't practice what they preach. Politicians all the time, they don't.
It's a show. It ain't supposed to. They just telling you what you want to hear.
Exactly. Tell you what you want to hear, and like you say, it's a show.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's a show.
They're gonna do whatever. They're gonna do whatever it takes for this business to keep running. But I don't blame them. What they're doing is not illegal. It's not. I mean, it's quite honestly like once you start understanding like how they really run things, it's not. Is it ethical? No. But is it legal and it's best for them as being? Yes, it is. It is because like they doing that thing, America's probably one of the most successful places on earth. They got they got the best. They got the best army. Yeah. You got the currency here. You take your currency anywhere else, it's worth way more. Now we're gonna say food, and once upon a time it was. Can it be get back like that? Yeah. People, I don't know. I couldn't say that. Even being African is way better, folks, right? Yeah,
no, that's definitely a different vibe in Africa.
Yeah, it is. I love it over there.
I went over there, man. It's just like an energy you felt once you got there.
What part you was in?
I was in South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg. So I was in Cape Town for about 2.5 weeks. Then we went to Johannesburg for like a week.
So, oh, damn, you was over there for a while.
Yeah, bro. I went there on, it was a study abroad trip when I was in school. So, yeah, it was definitely a great experience, bro. Actually, what they call it, a culture shock.
Which one you like more? Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cape Town or Joburg?
Johannesburg, it was more of a mixed, population of people.
What about Cape Town?
Johannesburg.
You like Johannesburg better?
All melanated people.
It was.
And the vibe there was like people was on business. People was on that type of time where they trying to move forward, Yeah.
Like,
and it was unity, right? Unity. It just seemed like a vibe that we need over here in the States. Or definitely a vibe that we need to strive for.
Facts.
So, what about you? How did you?
I loved it. I loved it in Africa. I can't wait to go back. My grandparents live there. I can't wait to go back. I really.
Your grandparents live there?
Yeah, my grandparents live there.
Did not know that.
Yeah, they literally just moved like in April.
Wow, that's awesome, bro.
They moved in April. Yeah.
What part?
Joburg.
That's awesome. You got. Hey, that's a key to go back every 3 months. If I was you.
No, trust me. Once I get the businesses up and running, like to how I want, I'm staying there for months at a time.
Yes, sir.
The flight $16. So
and guess what? I'm coming with you.
Yeah. Come on, I'm with you.
I'm coming
we
with
can go.
Yeah. How was the women over there?
They lovely.
Lovely.
Lovely. They I ain't gonna lie. When they say that, what they call them, the passport bros or whatever you want to call them, like, I get it. I get why they do it. It's because, like, they don't have all of the westernized things like they got over here.
Westernized mindset.
Yeah, westernized mindset, westernized grocery list. Yeah, like here they got like, it's a grocery list for a guy, which I'm not saying a guy shouldn't do. A guy needs to be wealthy for his fitness, finances once he get there. What else? Mindset wise, spiritual wise, but it's crazy because somebody can have all of that and a woman still not like them or not. You feel me? But over there, you got that. What, you got 5 or 6 something at your leisure. Like, and it's not saying that in like a bad way, but it's like they understand the value of a guy there. You know, they don't have that independent melanated woman attitude over there. Nah, they understand.
You know what I just thought about when you said having those list of things, you know, rich in mentality, rich in fitness and wellness, health and wellness, and financially. When you think about the USA, westernized mindset, it goes into popularity or what the average um dude is like, you know, doing. You know, the people that's like how do I explain it now? It's just like in a way where what's glorified is what people want. And that can be on the other side too, as far as dudes going after women who may not have all the things that they need, but this type of woman is glorified. So yeah, it's definitely is a culture shock for sure.
Definitely.
You know, like, and it's amazing, and that's what we need to expand our minds to see things from another perspective, add it into, you know, and then it's added into your experience, and then you carry that out.
Yeah.
And you pass it down, right? When
exactly.
we talk about that's generational wealth.
Yeah.
It's passing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding now.
Exactly.
I think that's first.
With
knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, just those three.
Yeah.
Passing that down to, it can be your kids, or it can just be somebody that's, you know, close to you, or somebody that you just see and you think that they need to know it.
Right.
You know, necessarily got to be a family member.
Exactly.
Because, you know, we all children of God.
Right.
At the end of the day, we all really one. So yeah, that's the 3 that I think needs to be passed down, because those 3, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, helps your mindset, helps you grow. Because I don't know if, did you see that movie Inside Out? Okay, so when it was a part in there where,
what was the movie? What movie is that?
So Inside Out, I'm just learning about it probably like 2 weeks ago, but it helps you understand what anxiety is. This new one that came out.
Is that the one about the house?
No, it's like a kid movie. It's an animated movie. It's not a kid movie. It's actually good for adults. Great for adults, because they need to be able to teach it to their kids. But it is it's a movie about sort of how the mind works. And in this new one, Inside Out 2, they incorporated the anxiety. Anxiety emotion came, and they just was exploring how this controls our mindsets, basically. And I mention this because just having someone speak to you about giving you wisdom in general, you can think about, they can be telling you right now, but in the future, you can be like, damn, okay, I see what you was talking about. Or when that situation come, you can use the knowledge that you got from a specific person or whatever, however it is, person, conversation, or video, whatever, reading. You can use that, you know, because it's stored in our mind. It don't go nowhere.
Facts.
You know, like, it doesn't go anywhere. It just takes the experience to be brought back up out of you.
It's in the subconscious.
Yeah, it's in your subconscious
Yeah.
mind, right? Yep. And in the video in the movie, they had a part where she took, I think her name was Joy. She like took, so express something had happened, right? I can't remember exactly, but that memory that was inside of the girl,
Mm-hmm.
she took that and put it in the back of her mind,
Mm.
right? So it wasn't in the forefront. So she didn't really have to think about it much. But all those things are still there.
Right.
And it still could be triggered again, whether it's negative or positive.
Exactly.
So yeah, that everybody should go see that movie. It's important for us to understand mental health, especially inside of the melanated community, because we're struggling in that area. And once we
Big
get a
time.
chance to really dive into our minds and understand how our vision and our perception plays a major part in our behaviors, then our lives will we will start nourishing our minds and our bodies, and our behaviors will align with our visions. But it starts with mentality.
Exactly. Mental control everything.
Yes, sir.
That's why slavery transitioned from the physical to the mental.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the worst. That's the worst type of slavery. Now you got a zombie at that point.
A zombie, right?
Mindless. People think zombies are these people that flesh eating and eat brains. No, a zombie is somebody that do this. Scroll. That's a zombie.
Right.
Because you're just looking at your phone scrolling for hours. You know, now it's like, damn, 2 hours to run by already.
And when you say that, it made me think of digital crack. That's what we kind of consuming when you really think about it. It's digital cocaine.
Yep.
Because we seek it.
Mm-hmm.
We're addicted. And even myself, I find myself scrolling. Then I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right. I feel that.
What the fuck am I doing? Why am I sitting here scrolling on my phone? And it's just endless scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
And until you just get to the bottom of it, like,
Ain't no scroll. You refresh that, it's gonna be
bro,
a lot more.
what am I doing, bro? I need to put this phone away. I need to delete this app for at least 3 days to get myself back to where I need to be, because social media is a comparison game when you really think about it.
And I realize that, and that's why I stopped.
Bro.
That's why I really stopped like getting on there, and like I get inspiration from some people, but somebody else's journey is not my journey
At all.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, you can incorporate, like you said, get inspired, but you gotta take that path by yourself. I mean, you can't compare what somebody else is doing, what somebody else been through, to what God gonna put you through. Nah, that you gotta take that path by yourself, And I don't know if we understand that, especially our kids.
Yeah, because people only show their highlights. People don't show the downs. They never show the down. And sometimes you think they highlights. Some people never really been up. They just show the good things, and they probably is broke on a worse position than you.
Capping.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Just for social media.
Capricorns, bluffing.
Just
whole
for social
time,
media.
So it's like you gotta really monitor what you consuming.
Exactly.
Because you can compare yourself to something that don't even exist.
It ain't just food. Exactly. It ain't just food that you can consume. Things from your eyes.
Yeah. Mindset, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep bringing that word up. Mindset. Changing your perspective on things.
Yeah.
Because what they say, what's that quote? They said, if you want to hide something from people, put it in a book, right? Specifically,
people. Yeah, and it's true, because people don't want to read a book at all. I hate it. I hate it. I really do.
It's sad.
You don't want to read, bro.
And
we're trying to go
we are stuck inside of a paradigm where videos and scrolling on our phone is how we consume information.
Right.
And when you think about it, that's only like when you think about a subtitle in a book, that's what a video is.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't getting into the details where you can find in like the whole chapter when you're reading it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot more that we need to understand in order to flourish. So yeah,
And action and just
we
do.
got a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do.
I ain't gonna lie. It ain't. I don't even think it's much. It's just a simple mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. Let me say simple, but not easy.
Right.
Because it's easy to stop doing something if you want to do it. Most
Mm-hmm.
people don't want to do it though. Most people have a victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to stop.
Right.
And with that comes, just being able to point the blame, pass the buck.
Exactly. Right. So back to your vegan journey, your
Mhm.
vegan plant-based journey. Um, what are some habits that you had to realize that you had to incorporate like on your journey?
Stop eating every time I think I'm hungry.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
that's one. I would say more attention about eating a lot of fruits
Okay.
and the
Fruit.
fried foods and stuff like
Got
that.
one more for us?
Huh?
One more for us?
Another thing that I would say, I had to stop eating for taste and eating for nutrition.
That's important right there because shit, if it tastes good or look good, we like, yeah, I need to see what this about. But
Yeah.
it might not be good for you. What's good on the outside, if it look good, I don't mean it's good for your insides. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's how addiction is. Think about it. White sugar is the most addictive substance in the world. And you get that, and we get that. I ain't gonna say we, because I don't intentionally give it to my younger cousin, anything like that. But that stuff is addictive, and more addictive than cocaine. Think about it. We eating that since 3, 4,
right,
if not out straight out the womb,
and
because
then
they
it's
want
every day.
every single day.
We eat every day, damn near more than 3 times a day. Cause you think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then what about between those? You snacking.
Debbie cakes and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and then to go into that, I'm glad you mentioned Debbie cakes. It's so many different foods and snacks that are banned here in America. I mean, banned here, banned in other countries, but they are
Allowed here.
allowed in America. Banned in other countries, but allowed in America. One being Red Dot 40, right?
Yeah.
Gatorade. They put that in there in red in the
Fruit
red
roll
Gatorade.
ups, gushers, the strawberry shortcake, your mouthwash.
A crazy one that I seen on the list was, uh, those drumsticks.
Which one?
Them, they got the cone and the drumsticks when you go to like the ice cream aisle.
Yeah.
Banned in other countries, and that's
What's the ingredient that's banned specifically?
I'm not sure the ingredient, but I know that was definitely on the list. But it's crazy because people love those type of things. Like
Shit, I used to love
like,
those.
yeah, that's what I'm
Waffle
saying.
cones?
Like,
What? It was my shit. Can't tell you the last time I had one now, but
Mountain Dew too. I think that's on the list too.
you know what's funny? Ever since the 6th grade, we knew. We were like, yeah, they say Mountain Dew decrease sperm, and us in the 6th grade talking about like, yeah, we going for real. Yeah, it's funny. Like, we been saying this since the 6th grade. We know it, but
Wow.
now we understand. We like, wait, if it can kill you, if it can lower your sperm count, what else is it doing? And we do that since
What
we've
is
been
it doing to your brain? Cause that's the
We said that since 6th grade, bro. 6th grade.
crazy.
That's
Bro.
almost over what? How old you was in the 6th grade? What, 12?
Yeah.
That was 16 years. No, I'm sorry. 15 years ago for me. 15 years ago, we were saying that. And I'm like, yo, and that's when I had to start realizing, wait, we know what we doing to ourselves. Do we want to stop?
Right. Turning the other cheek
I ain't a big fan of that.
at all.
I don't know. Can't keep turning the other cheek.
We gotta learn to stand on truth. And embrace truth, bro.
And
However
exactly.
hard it is, we gotta learn to embrace truth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a journey. I'm not saying that it's an easy process because, like you just gotta get to that point where like enough is enough. Like we gotta take action
Right.
and incorporate these type of things into our life because it's only gonna better us, bro. It's only gonna better us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. And whenever we do start to do that, that's when we're gonna see change. But until then, most things gonna stay the same. And that's why at the beginning of this conversation, I was like, you make people are not that different in America.
Right.
I'm just in America, they're not that different than any other state. So
Right.
it's almost all the same.
And it's the age of information. It's not like the truth is like hidden under many different rocks and like nah, you can use your phone that we scrolling on every single day.
This phone make people millionaires.
Exactly. So
depending on how we want to use it.
definitely, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you basically coming back because the other episode we had a little technical difficulties, but
it's all good.
We had to come back and do it right, man.
Back and better, man.
Because it only gets greater, right?
Exactly.
I'm using that quote, man.
Yeah.
You definitely inspired me with that quote.
It's funny where I got that from. In the 9th grade, I had a bald spot on my head the size of a quarter.
Damn, for real?
Fuck, I had alopecia.
Okay,
that's random hair loss.
I know that,
but I don't really think it's random hair loss because in order to actually start going bald, you had to. It's actually acidity that goes into your brain. I was eating a lot of fried. My mom was making a lot of fried tilapia around that time, so that's probably really what happened. But long story short, I had to get some type of liquid steroid and put it in my head. It used to burn, and it used to burn for real. And the doctor would always say it's gonna get better before it's gonna get worse before it get better.
Right.
But shit, that fat ass bald spot, like I wasn't trying to hear that.
Right.
At the same time,
trying to hear that right now.
It did end up growing back for real.
Yeah.
And things was cool, and that's why I got that from like things always gonna get better before it get worse. Things gonna get worse before it get better. And things can only get greater as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yes, sir. And that's important, man. Just making sure that you have hope, finding it.
Hope and works.
Yes.
You can hope all you want, but without works behind it, you can might as well just kiss that.
Gotta carry out that vision.
Yeah.
Gotta put footsteps behind the knowledge.
Exactly.
of God, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Real quick, man. I'm taking a look at your skin, bro. You glowing, bro. You got any tips for us? Like, come on, bro.
Don't use no lotion. Lotion is phony.
Okay.
Use shea butter. Use coconut oil and stuff like that. Get it to its purest form as possible. I ain't gonna lie, it's been hot outside, so mine is straight liquid right now. So it's like shit. This is oil. It's straight oil. It ain't even like the clumped up shea butter. Cause you feel me? I've been on the go. I don't live here no more at this point. I'm a visitor here.
Right.
So,
okay.
So you feel me? So yeah, that's what I would say.
Right. And one more. Get the people like a 3-step process of how you can just give them 2 steps. How you can better your diet.
I'm gonna get this directly from my ebook. I got a 5-page ebook. It's titled "How to Convert to Any Diet," and I'm just gonna give y'all the sauce from it because it's just sitting in my Google Drive. So the first slide. You must change what you think about food. That's the first one.
Yes, that's key.
The second one is mindset. So they kind of go back. They kind of go hand in hand, but not really. And it's very detailed on why they're different. And then you must also understand what is food and what is junk.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of us fill ourselves with junk, and then don't understand why our inside smell like a junkyard.
Right. Okay.
Feel me?
Yeah, and we're gonna put the link so you can get the ebook. Tell them where they can follow you at, man. You know.
Y'all can follow me on all social medias except for TikTok. All of them are Creo Dunny. TikTok is the real Creo Dunny. I got locked out of Creo Dunny on TikTok. Well, I lost my password being negligent, but you know, just being real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost it being negligent.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
always, always
Much love to you,
Much
brother.
love to you,
You
too,
know.
man. Peace, power, and love, and
Yes, sir.
prosperity.
Thanks
We
for
out,
tuning
y'all.
in. Everybody like, comment, subscribe. It's more to come. It's very
Yes, sir.
much more to come. And I'm hoping I can get my brother back on this podcast
Yeah,
again.
for sure.
So we can
Anytime.
go into way more stuff, man, because there's plenty of topics that I did not get into.
Anytime.
But yeah,
And
more to come, man, for sure.
For sure. For the audience, y'all, I threw the peace sign up like this. I'm sorry. This is really the peace sign. Togetherness. This is separated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Togetherness.
Peace.
Separated. Together. Peace.
That's the peace sign. All right, I just learned that, and I'm gonna keep it just like that too.
It's little subliminal things that they you feel me, that they tell us about that we just don't really pick up. Exactly. How is this peace? This is separated.
We need unity, right?
Exactly.
Like, comment, and subscribe, man.
Till next time,
appreciate y'all. Till next time. Cast out limits.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.